This is the Randi Rhodes Show on 960 KNEW and online at 960knew.com.
Here's today's talking point from your official guide to being a good Republican. Talking point number 910. When a situation is not black and white, start badmouthing the black. This whole thing with Obama and Syria is complicated. Everything is highly nuanced and rapidly changing, and that's hard for people who are dumb and stuck in their ways. So what should we say? Once again, we turn to Ann Coulter.
This whole thing was set up by Putin to make Obama look like a monkey, look like a monkey, look like a monkey.
Ba-dum-ba-da! You can't go wrong with a racist slur against the president. Folks, it's time to start slurring really badly. And I don't mean the way that John Boehner does 20 minutes into happy hour. No, different kind of slur. It's monkey see, monkey do. Right, Ann? Wink, wink.
Since the re-election, Putin has time after time after time made Obama a monkey.
Yes, Ann said monkey so many times that Fox News sounded like the National Geographic Channel. I'm sorry. Is that Ann Coulter or Jane Goodall? Just go with whatever racial epithet works for you. Here's Rush Limbaugh's choice.
That's what I'm going to name this. The Obama operation in Syria, Operation Shuck and Jive.
Now, the term shuck and jive might be too dated for most of you, but it works when your audience is geriatric racists. Go with what makes you the most comfortable, and everyone else the most uncomfortable. Remember, when a situation is confusing or unclear, your first word should be the N-word. That's talking point number 910 from your official guide to being a good Republican. Brought to you in part by Zimmerman Gun Store and Marriage Counseling.
Seriously, like I said, the Syrians have accepted the idea of turning their weapons over, halting production of chemical weapons, signing on to a chemical weapons ban, the treaty that's in place where I think the only countries that aren't signatories are Angola, North Korea, South Sudan, and Egypt. And now they're going to become signatories, which means that if they violate the convention against using or possessing chemical weapons, it's now the world's problem. Also, Congress doesn't need to vote now. They need to continue to debate, what kind of a resolution they will give the president if none of this pans out, or if only part of it pans out, or if the weapons inspectors are attacked, or if Syria gets cold feet, or if Russia pulls a fat, the Congress is still going to have to debate what our position will be, but now they're unified around the idea that this is a president who used a credible threat to get a peaceful solution to the problem that he identified as being chemical weapons, not the civil war in Syria. So the French proposal to the UN calls for the weapons inspectors to oversee the destruction of the chemical weapons. And, China's for it. Russia's for it. Syria accepts it. France is going to bring it to the Security Council. And so, of course, that means that Republicans have to start criticizing in a racial way this president.
And I'm watching Vladimir Putin embarrass the president cowering almost as Putin becomes more aggressive. It's embarrassing that our president is so confused and so wimpy on the world stage. Do you have the same feeling, or is it just me?
I just tweeted out, as for Putin in particular, no, he's making a monkey of Obama. I just tweeted out a very interesting article from the Tablet suggesting that this whole thing was set up by Putin to make Obama look like a monkey. Since the re-election, Putin has time after time after time made Obama a monkey. First, he takes Snowden. You have this with Assad.
Why are you saying that? Because you know people are going to criticize you for using that term against the president. Why are you saying that? Are you doing that to be provocative?
No, I'm saying Putin is playing with him and making him look ridiculous.
It's interesting that when Hannity has to call you out on your racism, she referred to Obama as a monkey so many times that Sean Hannity called her on it. I'm just surprised he didn't congratulate her on it. Like, excellent use of the race card, Ann. But even he became uncomfortable and called her out on it. Obviously, the Republican chattering class are never going to give this president a tip of the hat for not getting us bogged down in another war in Syria, in spite of the fact that chemical weapons were used either by the regime in Syria or by rebels in Syria against innocent children. I mean, they don't even comprehend the problem, let alone have the ability to solve it. They're only there to criticize it.